Greetings, Chapter 3, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. So, in looking back at my notes as I read this over the past couple days, Chapter 3 is fairly redundant. It's a lot of pounding home of basic techniques, but I'll go over some of the, categorical high points. The chapter title is Tidying by Category Works Like Magic. Clothes. Same basic concepts we've talked about before. Bring all your clothes into one room and put them in one big pile. Do this until you are convinced that everything you have in this genre is in one room, because anything that you forget about automatically goes in the bin. So that pair of shoes in the closet that you never wear, if you don't get them in this round, you don't have them after that. So bring everything you own, put it in one big pile in the middle of the room, and then go through it by category: tops, bottoms, jackets, suits, socks, underwear, bags, accessories, and clothes for specific events. And simply apply the joy test to it. Does this item currently bring me joy? If not, then it goes in the bin. One point she does make is that for some items, that pair of pants that you hope to someday fit into, not currently bringing you joy, get rid of it. If you get to the point where you were going to fit into those anyway, you would have gone out and got new clothes and wouldn't want the old nasty things anyway. For an so once you've culled yourself down to 5% of your original load there, she advises you to be very delicate. She assigns a lot of human qualities to clothing, and I can see some basic validity to that. Your clothes are in a resting state when you're not wearing them, so it is important to care for them and make sure that they're able to rest appropriately. If you wad them up in a ball and put them in the corner, they're certainly not going to do their best to hold their shape. So she advises a Sheldon Cooper like level of folding. Calls herself a folding fanatic, and you don't tie your socks up in knots or make them in balls. They should be folded very neatly and then set on edge so that when you open the drawer, you can see all the socks you have available, and they will be very happy and relaxed. She goes on to various other categories. I'm hitting the high points here because they all do seem to be sort of along the same lines. Books, again, bring all of your books into one room and stack them on the floor. Break them into categories of general, practical, visual, like coffee table books and magazines. And again, you have to physically touch each one and decide, does this currently bring me joy? If not, away it goes. She does point out some general traps to avoid. A lot of people save books thinking, I'm going to reread this someday. And nobody ever rereads anything unless it's like your favorite book in the whole world or it has some special personal meaning just to you. Not likely. So she advises you to just get rid of those. If you have an old book laying around that you haven't read from months ago, she advises you to pitch that too. Because she argues, I think quite rightly, that you feel most excited about a book the second you get it. And if you let it sit around for 6 months and don't do anything with it, then it's very likely you don't care about it in the first place. So you should just be gone with it. This does leave the question of what exactly do you keep as far as books go. And I'm not really, I guess if you're currently reading it, if it's currently on your coffee table and you remember what it's about, then I guess you can keep it. But otherwise, I guess it's gone. She advises people not to keep papers around, pay statements, credit card statements, stuff of that ilk. Very low probability that you'll ever need it, and a lot of that stuff's online anyway. So you can clear out a lot of space just by getting rid of papers and empty boxes for and appliances and things. Be gone. There's no reason for any of that crap. She goes on to talk about sort of miscellaneous items, and again, it's the same basic premise. Anything from CDs to makeup to kitchen gadgets. Same test. You get them all in one room and decide, do I really need all this makeup? Do I listen to all these Joy Division CDs anymore? If not, get rid of them. And one final warning in the miscellaneous category is things that are gifts. She advises that if you ask the person who gave it to you if they would want you to hold on to this thing long after it had ceased to be of value to you, would they want you to keep it? Likely not. So don't hang on to crap just because it was given to you, because the giver doesn't want that either. So pitch that crap. And it's sort of a theme, she just get rid of crap. And the last section, from a category perspective, is mementos. And again, this is hard stuff to part with, because ostensibly it must have some emotional impact for you at some point. So her basic advice is to not slough it off on other people. Don't send it to your parents' house with a big box that says college fun stuff, because your parents don't want to store that crap either. So again, it's not going to be any more meaningful to you in 5 years than it is right now, probably. So cull things down to a reasonable few items that have value to you, and the rest goes out. Photos, she makes special note of. Every single photo should be handled individually to see if that single photo is joyful or not. This could be a pretty daunting task for those who lived through the 80s. So have fun doing that. But she says that 4 or 5 pictures for every event should be more than sufficient. You don't have to catalog every waking second. You just need enough to sort of evoke the spirit of the thing and hearken your mind back to whatever those halcyon days were. So as I said, this is basically the same basic strategy again and again and again. Categorize what it is you're looking to minimize. Determine if it currently brings you joy. If it doesn't, chuck it. And she says that you will intuitively know when you've gotten to the right amount of stuff, because you'll look around and things will just click. They'll just make sense. So anyway, that's my high level for that. If you want to know more, read the book. If you don't care to know any more, then don't read the book. But either way, that's up to you. So until next time, happy reading.